Young people and insurance, I think it's a relationship that is sometimes a bit difficult, and often young people and insurance often don't go together very well. When we really look at it, young people don't often speak to insurance companies very often, don't have many experience with them, and certainly in claims, not many young people have actually made claims yet. I think a good way to sum up young people insurance is something like this. It's what I do on a weekend. And really it sums up a lot of perceptions of what people have with young people. Quite wild, quite reckless, and insurance is one of the last things on their mind. But in fact, today, most people in here, most businesses, have a lot of young people working in their organisations, doing a lot of good things. And there's a lot of good, talented young people to come through into future insurance claims roles. So here we have a little chart of the demographic of the UK workforce. We've got maturists, baby boomers, Generation X, Generation Y, which is young people, what I'm speaking about today. And what I like about this is we have Generation Z as well, the people that are about to come to, or yet to enter the workforce. But today I've been here to speak about young people. I'll speak about Generation Y, which is what they're mainly known as in the UK. They've got lots of different names as well. We've heard Generation Rent earlier, due to the fact that they can't afford to buy houses. They rent a lot of stuff. In Germany, they're known as Generation Maybe. This is due to the fact that the Germans think that young people have had lots of opportunities, really great career aspirations, but they can't decide what to go into. In Norway, they're known as Generation Serious, a different approach. And this is due to the fact that they think young people haven't actually had much fun. They've grown up in a pretty torrid lifetime, and they quote the things like the Iraq War and difficult financial opportunities after 2008. And my favourite one is Sweden. They call them Generation Curling. And this is due to the fact that they think all their parents have swept away all the obstacles, so young people have nothing in their way to make a great career for themselves. But there's one especially which I haven't mentioned yet, which is becoming much more popular, which has come over from the States, and it's definitely starting to creep into what we speak about here, which is millennials. I keep reading a lot more about millennials, and often people attribute lots of negative behaviour towards them, and often pictures like this. So where did it come from? Well, these two guys were largely credited with coming up with the term millennials and have made quite a lot of money off that. On the right, you have William Strauss. He's a comedian. And on the left, you have Paul Howe, who's an economist. And interesting, I always got taught never to really trust an economist. But these people, to me, look really qualified to make statements about my generation, I think. So what did they say about us? Well, Time magazine posted this in 2013. Millennials are lazy, entitled, narcissists who still live with their parents. I actually feel really sorry for this girl. The me generation. And for me, stuff like this just annoys people of my generation. It's complete rubbish. And it's creeping into it's creeping into Britain, I think. Last year, there was one of the top newspapers posted a pretty good article on millennials, called the Daily Mail. I don't know if you've heard of them. They call millennials the wasted generation. Again, focusing on laziness. Entitled, they actually think jobs are below what they're worth. Still live with their parents, don't want to move out, quite comfortable. And it's stuff like this which just absolutely, to make sweeping statements around this demographic, around all these individuals, is just going to annoy them. And interestingly, I had a look at the comments on the bottom of the article in the Daily Mail. Millennials are the biggest waste of human reproduction in history. They should have never been born. I can't really help that. Of all the people I know, it's pretty much accepted that under 25 should be written off as a lost cause. Anybody under 25 here? I'm 26, so I just get away with that, but apparently the Daily Mail readers think you're just a complete waste. And this is my favourite one. My dad said to me loads of times, get your bloody haircut. But again, we can have a laugh with this stuff, but it's creeping into what we say about this huge generation of people. And it's just annoying people, and we should not be trying to connect with people this way. So what are millennials, or what are young people really like? I think there's only one thing you can truly say about young people, and that's they're the most diverse generation that has ever been, that's in the UK. So we've spoken a bit about young people, but how do we actually get these guys interested in a career in insurance? Why do we want to? You guys apparently think there's a skills gap. Over the next 10 years, 1 million insurance professionals are due to retire. And in light of this, only 4% of millennials have expressed an interest in insurance. And I don't think that surprises anybody, really. But the interesting one is this one at the bottom. Apparently you guys, and this survey was done just over a year ago, apparently you guys don't think you can develop young people. 76% of insurance companies think they're weak at developing programs which are fit for the younger generation. And maybe they're falling into the trap of that earlier segment where they think young people are quite alien and quite different. But I think you guys can probably give yourself some more credit there. There's a huge amount of experience, and I don't really agree with that statement. So why do people apply into insurance? We can all accept it's not a glamorous career, or not perceived to be a glamorous career. And especially with young people, I think there's lots of negative sort of associations with insurance. So I kind of want to ditch the word insurance and focus on claims. I actually think we do some really good stuff in claims. We fix stuff, we care for people, we rescue people. If you look at what happened with the floods last Christmas, I think the guys in the room did an absolutely amazing job in helping people out. And claims is so varied, quite some emotive words on there. We also manage projects, we experiment with technology, we deliver change, we lead teams and people. There's loads of really good stuff there, and hats off, we should be really feeling good about what we're doing. What we're not good at doing is shouting about this. We're really bad at telling our story. We've got a really good story to tell, and we just have no idea how to do it in this room. I almost think with this good stuff in claims, we need to create a brand around claims to deliver to young people so they can associate with claims themselves. And the fact is, a brand actually already exists. That's why we're all here today. I see a world where I Love Claims has a stand at recruitment fairs, events, looking at graduates, looking at apprenticeships, looking at school leavers. And we have lots of different people within this room working together, speaking to young people on the lots of different opportunities within claims, actually going out and engaging with them. And it could be easy for me to say, let's post some stuff on Facebook, let's post some stuff on Twitter under I Love Claims to engage with young people. But most of them don't know what career they want to go into when they leave school, leave university. Some go into vocational careers, want to be doctors, want to be teachers. But a lot of people, and I was one of them, had no idea what I wanted to go into when I left university. And they go to careers fairs hoping to get some information. And we have a vast amount of different opportunities from your companies in this room. And I think we really need to be proactively going out and engaging with these guys, working together under the I Love Claims brand. It's a quite quirky one, and I quite like it. And yes, this isn't easy, and it's going to require everybody in this room, or a lot of people in this room, to really get together and actually make this happen. But I think we should be brave and let's do it.